All right, Trainiacs, as promised, here is a little bit more in-depth analysis of the 5-minute running drill and why you should be doing each of these movements. So the first sequence is 3 movements that are kind of your standard running warm-up. They're called your ABCs. And the first one that you do is this knee skip. You're alternating knees. We'll show it in slow motion. And what you're doing is as you bring one knee up to your chest, you want to get it to about parallel with the ground and somewhere around 90 degrees. It doesn't have to be so tight that you're bringing it up and it's creating like tightness. This isn't a stretch. You're just kind of going through the movement of making that motion with the knee out in front of you a little more natural. So you do one knee to your chest, skip with the other leg, knee to your chest, skip, knee to your chest, skip, knee to your chest, skip, and you're pumping your arms as one knee is coming up, the other arm is coming up just like you're running. So that's your A. Your B is very quick butt kicks. And why you do that is because you want to train your feet to hit the ground and pop off really quickly. You also want to stretch out the fronts of your legs, and you do that by not doing like a static quad stretch. You can see that here the leg is really flexed in behind me. You want to get used to having those legs in behind you and a fair bit of length in the front of your leg like this. The next is your C's, and this is like a military march. This is hard to do the first few times that you try it, but once you get it, it becomes quite natural. We'll show it at regular speed. It's kind of like the A's, but instead of bringing your leg down as soon as you bring your knee up to your chest, you can see here that it's basically the same motion. Right leg up, parallel to the ground, shin dangling beside it, opposite arm in front of you like a running motion. But where it changes is as you get to the top, you kick out that leg, and what that does is it stretches out your hamstring here, and you kind of sweep your leg as it's straight down towards the ground. This is going to get your body in the habit of extending that leg out in front of you. Next, I like to do leg sweepers here. And I'm doing these, as you can see with this, with just one sweep. You can do one sweep, come back for a second sweep if you want a deeper stretch. But you can see that I'm not going down very far at all. I'm actually just going to like a point where my body and my leg are in about 90 degrees. You just kind of sit down into your leg, dorsiflex I think it is, pull your toe back up to you gently, and that movement is going to create length in your hamstrings and in your glutes. The next movement I really like. This is one of the best feeling movements that I do. It's a lunge where you extend the opposite arm over, always one knee, one leg, opposite arm like a running stride. So you extend out, do a lunge, and then you take the other arm, reach over your body, and twist. And this is going to create a lot of length in the entire body, and you're going to be warming up your back, your lower back. You're going to be warming up the front of your quad here, your hamstring over here. Everything's going to really appreciate this stretch. This is one of the best stretches that I like to do. But you can see that I'm not holding anything. It's a dynamic stretch. These are really healthy for you. Static stretches have a good potential to create injury. These are side skips with an arm swing. Let this play through. It's very simple. Just skipping from side to side. You're going to windmill your arms one way and then windmill them the other way. And this is going to start waking up the sides of your body and also opening up your chest and your back. So you see that I windmill backwards and then I windmill forwards. This next one is the most difficult, I'd say. It's called the karaoke. You're twisting your lower body one way and then you're twisting your upper body the other way, having one knee skip over it. Watch this through a few times, and I'll just say learn from that, because I don't really know how to describe what's going on. It's a majestic beast there. I'm out of shape. I'm jiggly. Knee circles. This is where you want to start warming up your glute med on the side of your bum. Very, very important that people who have a desk job, whose glute med tends to atrophy and fall asleep basically, and when you start running, it tires out and it creates little side-to-side movements as you land, which then leads to injury. So you want to wake up your glute med by doing leg circles like this. You can do them forward and backward. And what you want to do is concentrate as you're doing this on contracting the side of your bum. There it is from the front. There's no real range of motion that you should be shooting for. Whatever feels comfortable for you, that's what you need to do. As you start going through this movement more frequently, it's going to start feeling easier for you to open that leg up more. Leg swings do the same thing as those leg circles. You can do them in front of you and behind. Often helps to hold something in front. I just didn't have anything to hold at this point. So you hold something and focus on contracting that glute med to wake it up. I like to finish off with my arms over my head and just twist, kind of gets the last few kinks out of my back. Focus on getting those arms way over your head, nice and high, getting a nice long elongated spine, stand tall, and then just twist gently side to side. And the last movement that we do here is the closest thing to a static stretch that we've got. It's called the duck squat. Cross your legs over one at a time. You can see it here from a couple angles that you cross one leg over the other, stick your bum out, and if you're doing this properly, you'll be able to feel, just show it right here, you're going to feel this right in that glute med, right there. That's where you want to feel it. So you can see what happens is one leg crosses over on the front, and then you lean away from the direction that you're moving in. So I'm moving to the right of the screen right now. You can see there that I'm moving that way and I'm leaning away from the direction that I'm moving towards. And you just kind of sit into it. So there you go, triathlon trainiacs. Do that drill. This entire sequence here takes me about 4 or 5 minutes. Go through it once. What you're looking to is you're not looking to stretch the muscles. You're basically just looking to wake up and warm up all of the muscles and the movement patterns that happen as you're running. If there are some of these that feel really tight to do, those are the ones that you really want to focus on. Do them more often, but do everything really slowly. Don't bounce into a stretch and don't hold stretches for very long because that can lead to injury. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to download this video so that you can watch it on your phone when you're in the gym or right before a run, go back to that email and there's a link to the Google document in Google Drive where you should be able to just go up to the top right and there's a little arrow down that'll allow you to download it and save it to your phone. I hope this helps. Keep you injury free. Happy training, Trainiacs.